Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Avery here, and it has been a while since I last posted and actually created content, and that's because this is probably my busiest time of year. I play competitive hockey, my sister plays competitive hockey, my brother recently started boxing, and I've just been busy with life, so I've been slacking on actually getting out on the lake, and it hasn't helped that we haven't had really nice weather, so we often don't get ice or snow until like right around Christmas time. I'm actually surprised the pond hasn't frozen over yet. We did have a couple days where it was frozen, but it wasn't good enough to walk on, and we just have had a heat spell recently, so the pond is completely open, and I decided that I would get out, fish today, hopefully catch some trout. Yes, that's what I'm fishing for today, trout. So here's my float setup. Shimano SLX spinning rod with a Mirabel, size 2500, I believe. Yes, size 2500. It is 7-foot light action float rig and worms. I'm using worms. Usually I get worms from the local gas station, or there's like a convenience store called Lily Mart that sells worms. But the cool thing that I'm doing today is I'm trying some homegrown worms. So basically my mom and sister wanted to create this like compost worm farm that they found online. And they bought this big green thing here. This big green thing is a compost bin. And the reason we have this is so that the worms don't escape. But it's a compost bin. And we throw all of our compost in here and cardboard. And they bought a bunch of worms. As you can see, they're not very big. They're tiny, tiny worms. So I'm gonna go grab a bucket out of my house. And then I'm going to put the worms in the bucket and get to fishing. But this is really neat. You just throw your scraps in here and you have worms. Okay, I'm back from inside the house. I got my container. This also here is a squirter. You always have to keep the worms wet, not dry, so they don't dry out. Just gonna grab them. There's one. See, they're tiny. I'm going to have to probably grab a bunch. We can restock up on worms, so it's not a worry about like how many I use. And I want to catch trout today, a big trout. That's a good one. Doesn't look good, but like compared to the other ones. My goal is to just catch like a couple. Here's the oh, there's some big ones in here. Look at that one. The ones that grow the biggest are the ones that eat the compost. So I guess I find the big ones. I just have to dig under the compost. There's another good one. Oh, he's trying to get away. Stop it. Squealing thing. There's some big ones. See, all this was cardboard and like garbage, and it turned into dirt from the worms pooping or eating it and pooping it out. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Grab one more. And I grabbed a little bit of compost so that they wouldn't get too cold. Close this up. Okay, close that up. Put this on top so that they don't escape. I've got my worms. Close the lid up. Now let's go outside, try and catch the trout with our homegrown worms. Oh, I should grab a net probably. You'll be able to see me good? Yeah, perfect. Okay, I've set my chair up. I'm just gonna chill here when I get my rod ready and when I grab a net, because I forgot a net and I don't want to have to swing in a trout. Fishing tackle, pliers, net. I'm set. See, I'm sure there's a better way to like put a worm on a hook, but I just put it through a million times so that it doesn't fall off. I'll be gentle when I cast. Oh shoot, I forgot mics. What was I thinking? Is she recording? Yes, she is. Okay, we're back. She's on now. Okay, I've got my mic on. I've got my, oh my God, I caught a minnow. Ah, no way. That was crazy. No way. There was literally a minnow chewing on my worm. Should I just use this as bait? I might use it as bait. Because why not? Homegrown minnows, homegrown worms. I'm gonna use this minnow as bait. I literally went to go put a mic on. I stuck my worm in the water because I didn't want it to get all dehydrated. And a minnow literally ate my worm. Okay. I always have troubles hooking these things because I'm so worried that it's gonna fall off. Same with worms. Okay, the worm's going back in the bucket. I'm using this. Maybe I'll just catch minnows with worms and use my minnows as bait. Whoop. I also have a chance of catching a largemouth because we stocked our pond with largemouth this summer. I'm gonna try in that back corner too over there because that's where the trees are, the structure. So if I catch a largemouth on a minnow, largemouth on a float, that would be a very exciting experience. All the trout are just afraid of live bait because they've been grain fed their whole life. They just don't know how to act maybe. Probably gonna switch up back to a worm in a second. I just thought it would be cool to catch a fish off of a minnow because that wasn't the intended plan. The intended plan was to catch it off of a worm, but it'd be cool to catch a bass off of a minnow. Oh, fish on, fish on. Why did my bobber not go down? Why did my bobber not go down? I was not ready for that. Yes, yes, I caught a largemouth on a minnow. No way, no way did I ever plan on even doing that. Let's go. Okay, come here, buddy. Come here. There we go. There we go. Minnow was well used. This was not the intention. The intention was to catch trout on homegrown worms, but I ended up catching a minnow on a homegrown worm, and then I used that minnow to catch this largemouth. That was awesome. That was really cool. I need to get a picture with this thing. I'm gonna show it to the other camera. Largemouth technically are out of season in the big lake, but you can fish them in like your own stocked pond. So I just caught a largemouth on a minnow. Quick picture, then release him. And back he goes in the pond. That was so cool. Oh, that water is cold. There he goes. Live bait largemouth, everybody. The minnow that I caught on the worm worked. Didn't even see my bobber go down. I was kind of just not paying attention, but he ate that pretty good. I'm gonna go get the worms out and try and catch some trout. Hopefully the pesky panfish I have in here won't get to my worm before trout does. We shall see. Whoop. Worst comes to worst, I switch from live bait to non-live bait. Use like a little crank bait. I'm just gonna go sit in my chair pretty soon. I've rimmed almost the whole pond. Our worms are too small, I think. I think we need to let them grow a little more. Cold. I need mittens. Oh, fish on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Trout! I don't have my net. It's all the way over here. I should have brought a net. So I'm walking it with me over this way. It's a big one. Oh no, I can't get it caught over on the things though. Next time bring a net with you, Avery. Next time bring a net with you. It's a good fish. The trout in our pond this year are actually so big compared to last year. Okay, there we go. Now I'm near my net. I can fight them properly. There we go. There we go, everyone. Let's go. Trout number 1 on homemade, not homemade, homegrown worms. Come here, buddy. I don't want to fight him too long. I already had to move him from one. Woo! Part of the pond to the other, but I got him. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Mom's giving me a thumbs up from in the house. Let's unhook him. Her, technically it's a female. We didn't get any males, I think, this year, but first catch of this season. First trout caught out of the pond of this new batch that we put in. These guys are way bigger than the ones we put in last year. That was an awesome fight. He loved the worms. Look at how pretty they are. Beautiful colors, healthy fish. Let's get a picture with him and release him. Okay, there we go. First trout of the season, back in the pond. She goes. Usually we'll eat these guys, but I'm just gonna do catch and release today. There she goes. Woo! Homegrown worms work. Oh, I need to warm my hands up because they are actually freezing cold. Okay, I released that fish and then I went inside and I grabbed a mittens because my hands were freezing cold. So I completed my goal of catching a fish on a homegrown worm. So let's put a worm on and get back to fishing. But it's freezing out and my hands were cold from holding that fish, so I had to get mittens. Okay. I'm just gonna cast it out in the middle. And oh, I'm gonna try and catch a bluegill. Come here, bluegill. Yeah, I got him! No! I lost him. Darn it. That was close. I just almost caught every single species in the pond. If he comes back, I'll catch him. All right, guys. Well, it's almost time for me to go to hockey, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. Well, guys, that is officially it. I have to get ready for hockey. It was a very short fishing excursion. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome afternoon. It is freezing cold outside. It was the first cold day in a while. I got to try out Mom's homegrown worms. So yeah, it was a fun afternoon. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please click the like button. Hopefully there will be more ice fishing content soon if the ice actually freezes over. Like I said, if you liked this video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please click the big red subscribe button. We will see you next time. Take a kid fishing. Let's get going.